Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. So this is a reading for the collective. This reading in particular, first of all, I'm just going to state, yesterday I uploaded to my community page some information about this card and a symbol that I had been seeing since before I moved to California. And it's coming to mean a lot of integration, a lot of changes, a lot of what do you say? Changing on a psychic level for me. It actually, a circle with a dot in the middle of it, it can stand for the earth. For me, I've been seeing it in the sky a lot as a sundog, and it's also on this page here. Okay, so I was flipping through the cards, and when I found it, they started sending me messages. My spirit guides and angels started talking to me about a lot of different things. I'm gonna give y'all the meaning of this card and tell you what all they told me about it, especially to do with this rainbow at the top. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, where it's bridging the gap between the past, the present, transformation, Pluto and Aquarius, and going into the future. It's also talking about spiritual awakening for a certain group of people, ones that are very rare. So we have everything on the table here. I'm going to start off with the second card that they brought to my attention, that when I started looking at it, first of all, we have this lady sitting here on this throne, and we've got a cat here, like Bast. She looks kind of Egyptian to me. So I feel like this is talking about different lives of different, I talked about this recently about seeing different things, that some of you might be seeing bits and pieces of past lives, maybe even lives in the future. And I want to point out that it's talking about transformation on a cellular level. She's got this the cellular strands of DNA here in her hand. She's got a scepter in this hand, and it's got the Pluto symbol on it. Okay, and Pluto is in Aquarius right now, and it's going to be here from September through November. And there's also going to be some, I talked about that in a reading too, about a meteorite. I felt like it was talking about a meteorite shower. And then afterwards I went and I looked it up, and there's actually going to be a meteorite shower in August, July or August, that is in the Perseus section of the constellations in the sky, which is right above, I think, the asteroid belt, or the belt where Pluto is. So that information they gave me, I was able to validate it that way. Okay, so this, first of all, this transformation card is talking about things are changing at a cellular level and deep healing. This, I feel like they're talking about everybody in general. Okay, and I also feel like they're talking about people's higher selves becoming more integrated with your conscious mind. More people's gifts, I feel like, are going to be coming to the light. And if you've been listening to my channel for any sort of time, I have talked about this wheel that I keep seeing. Santero's talked about it. I think somebody else talked about it too. And it's like there's a circle, and then there's all these little groups that come off of it, and all these different little groups. This is talking about one of those groups. Okay, this is talking about a group of earth healers, and what they're going to do in the future. And they also tell me about a certain girl, and I go into that after I tell y'all about the cards. So if you feel like that everything is shifting around you, if you feel like you're definitely starting to see things with your higher self and your conscious mind at the same time, if you're becoming more aware of different things that you're seeing, you are. You see this around her neck? They pointed this out to me yesterday too. This is saying very structured, right? Like this necklace is very structured, right? It's got structured lines. It's in a V shape, but here we've got a circle, and then we've got this expansion around that, which to me is talking about more awakenings on different levels. You see how it's not a perfect circle, this one that goes out around her. It's like a ray, right? But it's at different levels. It expands, it contracts, expands, contracts. And I feel like that's also represented in this other card of birthing of a new age. And guys, I'm going to read you these two cards. This birthing of a new age, this is to me talking about this one of the groups that comes out in the cards here is talking about your conscious mind being integrated more with your higher self, being more integrated with your conscious mind and how you see things. It's also talking about spiritual awakenings. It's also talking about soul expansion and spiritual awakenings. It's talking with this rainbow at the top that goes all the way around, and this rainbow here. It's talking about, to me, the rainbow is starting to talk about, because we have it in these other cards. So to me, it's talking about integrating and becoming a whole person, going towards the 5D. It's talking to me about gifts coming to light, people transforming, evolving. And I've been talking about this for a bit, but I feel like it's also talking about earth healers because of the circle of life that's by your feet. I feel like it's also talking about people that manage to contain some of this energy and use it for healing, because of the picture they showed me of the girl who's a representation of this one of the many different types of people that are evolving going into the future. Okay, so this is different spiritual awakenings, and this, it feels like on this outer one here, on another spiritual awakening with this rainbow bridge gapping, crossing the gap and making, instead of just your higher mind seeing things, your higher mind and your consciousness, as they become more entwined, you're able to get more messages. So some of you may be seeing, again, past and present lives, transforming in a way that it's bigger than what you ever thought it would be. Okay, I'm gonna read to y'all this transformation card, and I'm also going to read you this birthing of a new age card and what it's talking about, and then I'm going to go into the reading itself and what we have here on the table, and the rune reading. We have a rune reading here as well, and tell y'all about this particular group. First of all, this is for the collective, this transformation, okay? And the transformation card, let's see, it's 90. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. You're not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half rising, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within yourselves. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode, to choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Because they talk about, before the age of Aquarius, all of us, everything being driven by any trauma that we've had in our life, okay? But this, to me, is talking about, that integration of your higher self, of your conscious mind, and being more conscious about where you're going to direct your energies, how you're going to use your gifts, the gifts that come in, what you do with them, what you learn about yourself, what you transform into becoming a higher dimensional being in an earthly form, okay? So it's talking about old childhood patterns rising up to be healed, and that as you observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip, they fall away. You're being called to find new ways to self-soothe. So this also talks about Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Ocean, who influence this card. Saturn represents destruction, right? Destruction of old ways and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground, the earth, and all that's been cast aside. And Ocean represents the love of the original mother, the earth. So a rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you're in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. So it's talking about gathering up all your tools, gathering up all your resources, seeing all the little bits of intuition, having your higher self and your conscious mind telling you, you are now on a new path. The ground is shifting and changing below your feet. The landscape is changing, okay? And I feel like with this cat here is talking about this major transformation that some of you go in the direction of in this earth healer energy that we have down here, this warrior of the heart. And I'm going to talk about that, okay? So it says, you may need to review your relationship with your body, even shift your diet or exercise regimen, or getting energetic healing support. Or in my mind, because of what the story comes out here, giving energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some type of emotional support. An issue from your childhood may come up to be healed, and you are deeply loved. So this is talking about healing any childhood wounds, any past patterns, becoming a healer for some of you, okay? Because we are birthing a new age. Now, this new age card, it's birthing new creations and dreaming a new world into being. But it's, again, talking about spiritual awakenings, messages coming from starseed or galactic energy. If you feel very in touch with starseed energy, it talks about the universe speaking to you in a way and grounding you and connecting you between the earth, the rocks, the trees, especially for those of you that are earth healers. As you integrate this higher self with the conscious mind and go through these spiritual awakenings and get all this information, I feel like here it's talking about also accessing more than your seven. You've got 7 chakras, right? But above your chakra, you've got an 8th one, a 9th one, and this is going up and activating all of the energy around you with your higher conscious mind, okay? Because they say we're a physical body inside a spiritual one, and your spiritual one goes way out, at least 6 feet, right? So this is also talking about expanding all of that, okay? Becoming a bigger dimensional being, all contained within this physical being, okay? I also feel like this is all that information coming in from the universe, your spirit guides and angels that are around you, passed on loved ones. I also feel like the reason why we have star energy is because I see this as the Big Dipper. I don't know if anybody else does. I was told it looks backwards, but this to me looks like the Big Dipper. So that, again, and then this one up here, somebody else said it looked like a triangle here, but I felt like if you turned it sideways, it looks like a doorway. So I feel like this is getting more information from the universe. And how you interpret it is going to be different for everyone. I feel like this particular card for this, because of this storyline that comes out, we are talking about a certain type of earth healer that may already be starting or starting to evolve. Okay, and it starts off, this goes along with the picture in my mind that I keep saying. They were showing me a girl and at least 2 other people that start. And this is just one particular group. It could be other groups. They go to a park or to a forest, and they're sitting there, and they're holding their fingers a certain way, and they're cross-legged. They're meditating. This girl's got blonde hair. She's got on a white shirt. Her hair's long and flowing, and they're just meditating. And what they're doing is they're sitting on the ground, and there's trees all around them, and they are pulling in energy, healing energy from the trees, the rocks, the earth all around them, and they have somehow learned how to, they're like conduits. They have contained this energy within them, okay? And they're very rare, because at the end of the reading, we have a white buffalo. The white buffalo card's talking about these people just starting out, or that are coming to the forefront, okay, over time, because this is going into the future. This is talking about what's happening. This is talking about what's happening in the present time right now, this birthing of a new age and transformation, they're saying. But what comes out, this one particular group starts out with these, like 3 of them, but they're just showing me the girl in the forefront. These people are learning how to absorb energy, healing energy from the trees, the earth, and what they do with it at a later date is mind-boggling. These are a special type of healers, okay? Warriors of the heart. That's where we start with the reading with. Warriors of the heart, light workers. Some of them are light workers. Some of them are earth healers. Let me read you this card real quick first, because it explains about what some of these people may be. Sorry, I didn't mean to mess the reading up that way. Anyway, often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. I think some people go, this girl and these people, I think they go out in the woods, they do these meditations, and over a period of time, they start realizing, they start absorbing and containing this energy. And when I tell you at the end of the reading, or as we go through this reading, what they do with this energy, some of you may already be doing this unconsciously, but I'll explain it to you. So birth them anyway. Often what is ours is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now we're in a transitional period between ages. And guys, we are in that first Pluto into Aquarius age till September. So I feel like this is definitely right on the mark. So in the process of allowing this old cycle to fall away and the new to rise, like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities in ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. So you are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for the new exact time. And that's this going into this Aquarius age after November of this year, guys, where some of you, I think, we may not physically, the world may not physically see you, but I feel like you start doing this work that they're talking to me about. So it's dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene's sisters, and mind you, these don't all have to be women. These could also be men very much in touch with their masculine sides. The sex actually has nothing to do with it, but they use female as just as the primary force, but it's also males, guys. So don't get caught up in that if you're a guy and saying, well, this doesn't apply to me, because if you're more in touch with your feminine side, it does apply to you. So daughters of Isis, Enzenes, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, that's the earth healers, right? And storytellers from times past. It's time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. So that's this new group, or just one of them that we're getting ready to talk about. We are dreaming a new world into being, okay? So that's what they've been telling me all about this girl and this group, and they start off as 3, and guys, I let it gestate for a whole day. That's why I didn't do the reading yesterday. And every time I go back and I see her in my mind's eye, in the background, you see more people, some of them facing different directions. You see the group enlarging, getting bigger, getting bigger, getting bigger. I feel like this is part of that major energy that I've been feeling for a year now, that I've been talking about moving into the future and the type of healers and what all visionaries and healers that answer the call are going to be able to do. So this, starting off with this, again, warrior of the heart, light workers, the seers, mystics, healers, leading with their heart, being called to do something different. And I feel like they're conduits. Okay, they are, when they go out into these woods or to these special sacred places to them, and this even could be in somebody's house, guys. It doesn't matter. It just depends on where this group goes. This is the beginning of it. This group with this girl who's one of them. I keep hearing the name Lindsay, so I've heard that name before. It doesn't mean that is her name. Maybe they go to a place called Lindsay. Maybe she goes and helps someone whose name is Lindsay. I'm just hearing the name Lindsay. Okay? Get down, cat. So these people discover that when they go to these places, whatever the places that they do these group things, and it gets bigger over time, guys, they become conduits. When they do these meditations, they draw up earth energy through their bodies from the trees, the earth, and on a psychic level, which is what the spirit of water is talking about, they manage to find a way to contain it, okay, because they are special healers, all right, and they're able to contain this energy and use it to heal other people that conventional medicine will not help, or even to pass it on to a major conduit of the group, 1 or 2 people of the group, that then will go to places where people, maybe the hospitals, or even to special care units where conventional medicine is not working, maybe some new diseases that mutate in a different way, and they're able to go and take this energy and do healing on people that without that extra healer energy all contained in these people that I'm calling them conduits, guys, but that's just how they're showing me the energy. And they're actually going out and healing people with this special energy they've learned how to contain. I feel like some of them can actually contain the energy and pass it on to someone being healed by laying on of hands, or even over using remote viewing and imagining that person healed. They're able to send the energy through psychic means to heal people. Okay, these are a special breed of people, or these special gifts that are coming out for these people. They're also able to go into a group and transfer their energy to these conduit people who go out that are maybe more mobile, and they take that energy and they go to special places to help heal people. Now, it's not just physical disease. It could be mental illness that they go heal. It could be psychological issues. It comes out in different ways over time, but they start off doing physical healings. Okay, so if you feel like this is you, or you know of someone that is starting to feel these energies in the near future, I mean, you could very well be one. Okay. But these people are also being told to answer the call. And again, guys, if you notice on this answering the call, we have that rainbow bridge again. So I feel like some of them can do mental healing from a distance. Others of them, they're going to take this energy and they're going to go places. They're going to travel and bring this rainbow energy with them and physically heal people in different places. Okay? That's how they're answering the call. I feel like when they go out into these groups, and it starts off in small groups, and one starts it all. Okay, one starts it all, but more of these groups pop up all over the place. Some are small groups, some are big groups, but they decide when they figure out that they can contain this energy and move it places, that they've pulled it from the earth. That's what makes them. And these are people that their higher mind and their conscious mind have entwined, okay, where they've gotten these downloads and they've connected their higher conscious mind to their conscious mind, and and they start doing these healings or these meditations and become these conduits. Okay, guys, take that how it resonates. Anyway, this group starts off small and it does start to grow, and this is going into the future. And then some of them, when they realize what this is, they decide that they're going to start using this energy to heal. Again, here's that rainbow. This to me is that transferring that energy rather physically. It's traveling. It's bridging the gap between the kind of healing that we do now, going to the doctor, getting medication, to using no medication or medication not working, going into the future, right? And using this special gift to heal people that are not being able to be healed by conventional medicine. It's almost like a vision quest, okay, for some of these people. Now I'm hearing the name Emily. So if you may be Emily, or Emily may be one of these people. She may be one of these people that becomes a conduit, but it leads them on a vision quest, okay, where they birth this new idea of a special type of healer. And again, they're showing me this group out in the woods just getting bigger and bigger. And as they go out and they actually start healing people, people are going to start talking about it, becoming storytellers, saying, oh man, hey, I haven't seen you. Maybe they run into someone and they say, wow, you look great. Weren't you sick with such and such? Well, yeah, but let me tell you about these healers that came in and healed me. So some people that become storytellers is because they've been healed by some of these people. Okay. And they go out and they start talking about it, because these people don't advertise, because when they first start out, they're like, man, people are going to think we're crazy if we're saying, well, yeah, we're containing this energy in our minds and we're transferring to other people that are going out and healing other people. Or we even physically, sit in one place and we transfer the energy to someone in particular with a name, a birth date wrote down on a piece of paper or something like that. And we go out and we heal it. Or a conduit goes out and says, hey, or a remote viewer type of healer, whatever, physically goes out. Because I feel like there's going to be different types. They actually go out and they're able to, in their mind's eye, see the thing that will not be healed, and in their own mind's eye, put energy of their bubble around it, their own special energy, and imagine it shrinking with the conventional medicine to heal this, diseases that don't want to be healed, or psychological or physical or mental or birth defect, or they're just showing me a whole bunch of different things, okay? So, but then the people that they heal or their families go out and start talking about these special healers, okay? That's because they don't advertise, and that's how their information gets out. Yeah, I had this conduit, for lack of a better word, come, and I know they were working on this for a couple of months, and then and I thought I was going to die, and somebody came and said, well, I know of a special group that might be able to help you, and I was willing to try anything. So this guy came, or this lady came, they brought some with them, and they circled me, and they telephone, called me, and they put the phone up to my ear, and they said, we're going to help heal you. We want you to work with us, and we want you to focus on seeing your disease being circled with this healing energy. or they physically go and lay hands. There's a bunch of different ways that these groups start to actually do this physical healing. But the people that get healed go out and talk about it. Okay, they start going out and talking about it, and that's kind of sort of the only way these people start being known. Okay, so the last card that we have for the reading is the white buffalo. These special healers that go out into these woods are like the white buffaloes that the Indians talk about. I'm going to read y'all about this white buffalo. Let me find this native spirit book and tell y'all about this white buffalo. Let's see. STUV. Tell y'all about this white buffalo. Hang on, guys, because these are people that let's see. White buffalo, abundance and security. Things are possible. There are prophecies about the coming of the white buffalo, especially among Dakota, and Nakota, or the Sioux. There's a legend that the white buffalo calf woman, a mystical being, came to the people when they were out of balance. She gifted them with a sacred bundle containing the white buffalo calf pipe to help restore balance. The white buffalo woman prophesied she will return at the end of an age when she will appear as a white buffalo calf. In recent times, white buffalo calves have been born, leading many to believe this is a time of a beginning of a new time. This is an honor for when this card chooses you, for it speaks of a time of miracles and balance in all times, because these people are very rare. You're a channel for the greater forces in the universe. With their help, all is possible, but without it, things can be a struggle. So surrender to support from the Great Spirit. You don't have to do it alone. So they're talking about shape-shifting in this white buffalo, and the energy this card brings will multiply tenfold. Imagine you can feel the powers in your muscles and the earth beneath your hooves. Feel the weight of your horns and the warmth of your hide. It calls for deep energies of the white buffalo into your life. So I feel like that's what these people do. They imagine this energy, them sucking up this energy and containing it where they can use it at a later time. Now, mind you, they keep doing this, and they only help those that believe in what they're doing. If somebody comes in and says, well, I really don't believe you can heal me, and they don't feel it's worth their time because it is a sacred gift, they're not going to use it. It's going to be only given to help people who truly believe that they can help them. Because, there's all kinds of people out there that either believe or don't believe in what you are saying or doing. And for those that really don't want to believe, no matter how much their family wants it, if they don't have some kind of a belief in that ability of those healers, it's not going to, they're going to put up a wall to it. Do you see what I'm saying? They have to believe in the magic of it. Okay. So then I asked the runes about this, and they're talking about this warrior of the heart is a spiritual warrior of these special people, knowing that this is the path that they're meant to do. Okay. And one of the gifts of that, the spirit of water, is the psychism coming in, is knowing on an intuitive level that they're doing something different. This is almost like a shaman ability as well. Okay, where they go from the microchism to the macrochism, because the more people that in the group that do it, the stronger they become. Okay, so this is working together. But I see one girl in the forefront and then two behind her, and then the group slowly starts to grow over time. So we're talking about going into the future. This is one of those mini groups of that main energy. This is what comes out of that energy. And now I'm beginning to think that big circle in the middle is this transformation, is this Pluto and Aquarius energy, and what's coming out of it and the way we are evolving and regenerating. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out there. So then we have movement, okay? So answering the call, going into the future with this energy, these groups going out to help people that even their doctors go, well, isn't that kind of like faith healing? And them going, no, this is actually energy from the trees, the earth. We've just drawn it out of the ground because it always renews itself, right? And we just contain it, and then we pass it on, and because of our visualization skills, because of our integrated higher mind with our conscious mind, and the energy we've drawn up from the earth, the rocks, the trees, and these special places that we go where we meditate as a group with the same goal, the same mindset, that's how we're able to help these people. Okay, so it's just, like I said, it starts off as a small group, but it gets bigger. Can you imagine being sick and know that you're dying, and this group comes in, and their combined energy, they're able to heal you because conventional medicine couldn't, and you get maybe an extra year of life? Guys, that's huge. That's very huge. That's giving somebody an extra year to visit with their kids, their grandkids, to go do things on their bucket list, to have more time with their families, to live life in a way they haven't gotten to. Okay, this is going to you are going to bring a lot of joy to people. They're saying, for those of you that start off with this special gift or start realizing you have this special gift. Okay. We're also talking about this is going to give added strength, added healing to the masses from the few. This is about being at the height of your healing abilities and being able to make a difference in a huge way. Okay, Thurius is the last rune, and it's talking about having come through this. And because this does look like a portal, right, guys? This looks like a portal hill as well around her. Okay, so this is talking about this going in through this Pluto in Aquarius, then going back into Capricorn for a few months, then going back for 24 years is it? Pluto in Aquarius, with all these different regenerations, heightened abilities, the seers, the mystics, the earth healers, the people that heal other people, that bring the earth and or bring healing to groups of people that live in places where they're, suffering, bringing them into more balance with the universe or with the earth or the spot where they live, the trees, and the earth herself having to do more with healing the people on her. Okay, and how we're evolving, shifting, and changing, birthing this new age, being transformed in so many ways, and all the way from a cellular level, guys, through your physical self, through your mental self, your psyche, and it starts off with these very rare people. This is just one of the groups that they're telling me about today. Okay, so guys, this is for the collective. This has to do with that major group energy and this birthing of a new age. I hope this resonated for some of you. Guys, I am going to get to the air reading, but as you know, we are in a very bad snowstorm here in Northern California. And they told me not to come to work, and then they told me to come to work, and now they're, so I haven't been able to get to the air reading yet, guys, because we've had power, no power, power, no power. Right now we have no power. There's no lights. I've got the windows open and a candle going because we don't have any power right now. I'm running off the battery on my little house here, my little camper here. So even the heat's running off that one battery. Probably going to have to turn that off. But so it's a stop and go thing. So guys, that's what I have for the collective this morning. Transformation and birthing of a new age, Pluto in Aquarius. Sacred earth healers. Be a light in the darkness. Lighthouse.